Ken,
Hey, George.
you seem to have got in a bit early today and got all this done. Well done.
Oh, well, I'm a bit concerned that we need to be very clear about where we want our students to be going.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let me try and guess what you're trying to say here. All right. So I think let me just think. We had the theory of the market, the setting of prices through supply and demand forces, and we're now moving towards analysing the behaviour of individual firms.
That's true. That's true. I should actually say we are focusing on the individual firm,
and that's why we need to introduce the concepts of production and costs.
Well, that's right. We were looking at competitive markets where there's tens of thousands of firms.
So now this first line here recognises that individual firms have to have a reason for existing or a reason for operating, and we've emphasised it quite often that they need to. That we assume that they maximise profits.
They're in business to make as much money as they can. That's the fundamental capitalist ideology.
So it's possible they could be in it, so that the managing director can have Friday off to play golf. But we'll assume that the simplest, it's too complicated to consider those sorts of objectives, and so we assume that they want to maximise profits.
Yeah.
So just go through that.
Well, we've seen this before, where our profit levels are determined by
maximising that level.
The difference between TR and TC, but total cost here. This is going to be our focus for this particular topic. So we're
because we want to emphasise that it doesn't matter what kind of market individual firms operate in.
Yes.
Their total cost profile is going to be the same.
Their profile will be the same, and of course, the revenue aspects, which we'll see later, will be largely determined by the market structure in which they operate.
By the competitive structure
the extent of market power they can enjoy.
Whether they're monopoly or somewhere along that spectrum.
Yes, that's right.
Yes. Okay, so now what about the next line? Meaning of costs.
Well.
This is accountants, I take it?
Yes.
And that's economics, economists. Okay, there's a difference in the meaning between those two. Okay, all right.
And look, I wouldn't mind if you did a little video on that to explain that. I think that would be very helpful.
Yeah, because an example is helpful there. Isn't it?
So it's just a different viewpoint. It's a different way of looking at things. Well, largely because, as you know, accountants like to measure things that are totally measurable, so they will look almost exclusively at the difference between revenue and explicit costs.
Explicit costs.
The factors that are made.
So that actually colours their impression of what profits are.
Yeah, because as economists we are really, really concerned with resource allocation, and we know that there's an opportunity cost involved. So sometimes there's the hidden or implicit cost,
which the accountant doesn't necessarily is not able to measure, because accountants' objectives are different to economists' objectives. They're trying to balance a company's books, trying to work out its rate of return, its tax liabilities, etc.
If you could do a little segment on that, that'd be terrific, because I need to jump straight into our relationship between production costs and look at productivity.
Yes.
And we're going to come up with that, one of those little gems of knowledge which we really want our students to enjoy, and that of course is diminishing marginal productivity.
Fantastic.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. So you I presume are going to do a couple of videos, one on production and one on costs.
Yes.
Is that right?
Exactly. That's where we're going to go.
Okay. Fantastic.
All right.
Yeah.
Cheers, mate.